everybody? This your girl CC with WIB Magazine, and I got my co-host on the line, Mickey Monday. How are you today?
I'm good, C. How are you?
I'm good, and happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday to you too.
Thank you. We have a special guest on the line. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
I'm Derra Howard. I am an influencer, and I also have a nonprofit called Saving Grace Epilepsy Foundation.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your nonprofit business?
Yes, my foundation will help people with epilepsy to keep a normal life. Basically, a lot of people with epilepsy go through job discrimination, and I will try and help them combat that, as well as we'll focus on seizure safety, because a lot of people don't know what seizure safety is. So if you see someone having a seizure, we'll actually help with seizure classes and help people get certified in that. We'll aid in medication, and that's what we're gearing to do, and also eventually gear off into scholarships for people with epilepsy.
Awesome. How did you get started in that?
I got started in it because I have epilepsy. I started having it at the age of 9. Well, at the age of 10, I had my first seizure at 9. And I didn't really know what epilepsy was at that time. But when I entered into the workforce, I would say around in my 20s, I started just feeling the discrimination and the stigma I felt as a person who has epilepsy. I was getting pushed out of jobs. I was getting fired left and right just because I was, sick. So my last job that I had as an educator, I was like, okay, this is the last one. I was like, I'm not going to do anything I don't want to do, that I'm not passionate about. And obviously epilepsy, I was like, I'm going to tell my story and have a voice and help other people with this. Because we have to downsize. Like, I had to literally move back home with my parents and regroup and figure out life again. And a lot of people I know with epilepsy have to do that all the time. And it's because the employers, they don't really know what epilepsy is. It's still like a taboo illness. So we just want to put it in the forefront. We want to get people talking about it and asking questions of what is epilepsy? What do you do when someone has a seizure? That's all.
Okay. Go ahead, Mickey.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just like kind of blown away by that, just having that affect your life, to the point where you literally have to just reconstruct and rebuild. So just kind of staying on the same topic, what are some things that you can kind of, detail to the viewers about, being in an environment with someone, or in the event that someone may have like an epileptic seizure? Like what are some tips that you can provide to those who are watching, so they can get a better understanding of how to assist people like you who, may, end up having an episode in front of them, or, just things that they can do in the interim until they get like medical assistance or anything like that.
Okay, I got you. The first thing you can do is never leave the person. Mm-hmm. If the person is about to fall down, catch them. Make sure they don't hit their head. So prop their head on like a t-shirt or something like that. Look for a medical bracelet, which is usually on their wrist or their necklace. And that has all of their information. It has what their condition is, their name, their parent's name, or their spouse's name, something like that. And usually if the seizure lasts 4 to 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. Over 5 minutes, call the ambulance. But if you don't know the person, I would suggest call the ambulance, And if the person never had a seizure, call the ambulance,
Okay.
But make sure they're on their side and stay with them, and make sure that you don't restrain them. Don't hold them down. Just let them go through it.
Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good information for those who, and us also, that we can actually, use that in the future. But then, just kind of looking at some of your other ventures, I know you also have a clothing line too. So can you kind of give us the motivation behind starting your own clothing company?
I love fashion. I am a fashion influencer, so that's kind of how that really started. I started that in last March, and that's pretty much how that started. I was like just posting clothes and just talking about my outfits. And I was like, okay, I guess the next step is kind of for me to do a clothing line. And I find everything I do, I have fun doing it. Like it's fun. I get to pick out the clothes. I get to figure out what I'm going to like put in my shop. It's fun. It's fun, and I make money doing it.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, I'm sorry, and I didn't say this earlier, but Line by Day is your clothing company. So, are you saying that you have an in-store boutique as well, or you do kind of just everything online?
Everything's online right now.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure, because I also want to say, hey, this might be the time to plug it. You want some people to come through, no, but that's good that everything is online, especially in this day and age. Yeah, that's really good. Like with COVID and everything. And then speaking of being a fashionista, you were also able to attend the New York Fashion Week, right? So,
Yeah.
what was your overall experience with that?
I loved it. Attending New York Fashion Week, it's definitely fun. It's so quick. Each show is literally like 10 minutes. You're waiting like 40 minutes to get in.
Wow.
But the show only lasts 10 minutes though.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Seriously. But it's really fun. Like that was an experience just from me doing the stuff that I do on Instagram, and I'm grateful for that, So I've had a lot of different opportunities from that.
Okay. So do you think, based off those connections and opportunities, you think we'll be able to see you on the runway at some point?
I mean, hopefully so. Hopefully so. I'm gonna put it in the universe. Yes, you will.
Okay.
Speak it in existence. It's coming for you.
Yes, we're gonna speak it in there.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Yes. So what makes your fashion different than other people's fashion? I mean, what makes you stand out?
I don't know if my fashion different, to be honest. I just put things together, and I shop what I like. And I'm not gonna even lie, I shop at department stores. Um, like, and I shop at the regular stores. I shop at H&M a lot.
Okay.
And I don't know what makes it different. I buy what I like too. I splurge and I shop monthly, like for my influencing. I try and spend a certain amount just to have fresh outfits. And I'll be like, okay, well, this color's coming out this month. Like, that burgundy's coming out right now. So I was like, okay, a mental note, I need to buy burgundy. So that's kind of how I shop.
Okay, so you coordinate like with the seasons.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I also see that you be doing interviews and things on IG. How has that experience been going?
It's getting me used to doing interviews again. I like it. I think it's fun. It keeps me, I guess, present in the moment on my IG, because I was feeling a little like, I don't know, a little stagnant with it. So I was like, let me do something that's gonna, I guess, not pick my IG up, bring a new niche into it. So that's kind of how I started doing interviews, and I like them. It's fun. I get to meet new people. They get to tell me about what they're doing, how they're doing. So I enjoy it.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They get to see more of you and other people too. Awesome.
Yeah.
For sure. So being a social media influencer, what are some tips that you can share to those watching about understanding the algorithm? Because that word is used a lot to the point where people just say it as a blanketed, like, but don't really understand what the algorithm does, or I mean, what it is, you know what I mean? So it's like of course it's a complex array of mathematical equations that, you know, are stemmed in a program language. But for you and how you're able to, you know, place your content on your Instagram page and be able to generate these likes and views, what are some of those tips that you can provide?
I mean, honestly, you have to get people that like what you do. That's the main thing. And you have to put out content consistently. And I'm talking so bad right now because I'm not consistent right now. But you have to be more consistent. You have to be consistent with your content because people like when you put out a lot. That's one thing I've noticed. And say you put out a post, put it in your Instagram stories. Like, let them know. Talk to your people on your Instagram stories. Like, let them know who you are. Like, you get a new follower, hit them up in their DM. Say, hey, this is, you know, such and such. Thanks for following me. How are you? You know, introduce yourself. Get their email. Put them in your newsletter. Like, for real. Like, you really have to try and form a connection with your followers so they can really be followers of you. Because I gain and lose all the time. Like, that's just a part of it. But you want people to really like your work, what you're putting out, because it takes a lot of time. And with the algorithm, it changes so much. I be aggravated a lot, but because I don't understand at this point what's going on. All I know is put out content that people who follow you like. And another one is also under your key hashtags, just go like a lot of pictures under that, like and comment. And that way you'll get more people that like your work. That's under your niche.
Okay.
That's
what's up.
Yeah, thanks for that advice.
You're welcome.
Definitely. Yeah, because I know now that Facebook owns Instagram, it's just completely turning into a whole different experience. So yeah, when you said I don't understand it anymore at this point, like me either, because I logged into my Instagram one day and like there was a shopping tab on the app, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, like I'm looking at my Instagram, like, what's going on? Like, how much it's changing so much to where I don't even log into it first anymore. Like, that's how much it's changing. I used to run to Instagram like every day. Like, that was my go-to app. It's not anymore because of so many changes. And that's the platform I have the most followers at. But I don't like it right now because of the changes it's making. And it's not letting us be creative. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I think everything is going to change as the time, and the new era is just, they steady changing. And it's more changing every week than it is, you know, years. It's like every week is something different. Every week they add in something different to each program. I mean, each app that is. Because now I'm hearing a lot of apps on, a lot of people getting on this thing called Clubhouse. And I'm like, whoa, what is Clubhouse? But it's only for iPhone users, but it's a great connection. But that's all I've been hearing for the last week is Clubhouse. I'm like, okay, it's a new app out. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yes, it's pretty interesting because I'm on it, and I'll just say it's really interesting to say the least. You get a lot of great, you get a lot of good gems, but then you also get a lot of nonsense too. So it's hard to just filter it out. But tell us more about some of the brand ambassador work that you do, because I know you've had some branding opportunities with like Tinder, Playboy, Allstate, you know, things that you might have just participated in. So kind of give us the rundown on some of those experiences that you've had or opportunities that you've had. Like,
what you want to know?
I mean, just, you know, just some of the things that you do, or some of the companies that are brands that you're affiliated with. I mean, because if there's anything that you know can share, or
like, honestly, they all pretty much go the same. I'll get an email and I'll send my rates over, and if we agree, then it's a go. And once I'll sign a contract, and you know, it goes from there. Then I come up with a concept. And then I come up with a concept, send it over to them. Then they'll agree to my concept for the picture or their campaign, and they agree with it. And then I go take my picture and I show it to them. They like it or they don't like it. It's, a lot of communication that's going on.
Yeah. I
It's
got
a
you.
lot
Yeah.
of the process. And usually I'm talking to like the PR person or communications person, I want to say.
Okay.
And they'll tell me if they like it or if it's approved, and I could post it. And then I have to write the caption before it's written. For some of them, I could just go and just, it's approved, and I have complete control over what I want to post.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. That's honestly, I had a similar experience I did a couple of those too. So I get that. Yeah, it's difficult when you have a platform like that and you have people who kind of come into your space and you want to be able to lend your creativity and they have like their own guidelines. It's like, all right, how can we make this work? Because obviously the exposure is what you're really looking for. So
yeah.
Yeah. And then also you have a podcast too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I never started it yet though.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, do you
Well,
plan
you
to?
can't
I
say
mean,
you have, but you're just doing the IG part of it. You just got to connect it all together.
Yeah, I just need to connect. It's connected. I just never like uploaded anything yet. I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet. I need to sit down and really, it's written. I just haven't sat for an hour or two and read it, what I wrote for it. But it's to help people sleep. For insomniacs, a lot of people with epilepsy, we have issues with sleeping with some of our medications. So, and just insomniacs in general, because I stay up all night and I do work, and then I get up. Either I sleep all day or I get up early and then be tired. Like, it's just, my process is very, very weird. But I'm definitely an insomniac, and I know people that suffered through that. So I was like, well, maybe I can help them. So that's what I'll do eventually. I don't want to put another thing on my plate right now.
I got you. I
understand
that. So what goals do you have for the next 3 years?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, more immediate. Next year, I plan to graduate from grad school.
Awesome.
And get my MFA in script writing. I plan to break into the entertainment industry in writing and in acting.
Okay.
I really want my nonprofit Saving Grace Epilepsy Foundation to be national at least by the second year or the third year. National. What is another one? I can't think of another one that I actually have.
Well, those are 3 good ones. Really good ones. Definitely. So what do you do in your spare time?
I watch Netflix. I'm a binge watcher. I'll sit and watch Netflix, or I'll go out with some friends to get me out the house and visit family too.
Okay. Awesome.
So what are you currently binging on Netflix? Like, what's your go-to? Or if you give me like 2 good shows that you're into.
Well, this one's on Hulu. I'm currently binging The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
And I like Snowfall.
Okay. Yeah. Snowfall I've heard good things about Snowfall. I haven't gotten to it yet. And Handmaid's Tale is like, I think it's on like, what is like 3rd or 4th season. So
yeah, I've never watched it before, but I'm watching it. This is the week I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of was around when other people were watching it, so I didn't really watch it. But just
Mhm.
based on their reactions and how like involved they are in the show, I think you'll like it.
It seems pretty good so far. So far, it's good.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So in your business, what has been one of your biggest challenges?
One of my biggest challenges is I would have to say it would definitely be, I don't know if I could say that's a challenge, but not, I don't know. I don't know what I could say because I do have challenges. It's me trying to do everything myself
Gotcha.
because like now I have people that are there with me, helping me, and I don't know how to give them the work because I'm still trying to do it myself. So I
Gotcha.
would say that's a challenge within itself. I would say maybe it's a little bit of trust that I have.
Mhm.
So that's the challenge for me.
Okay. That's a big challenge, really, when you're used to doing it independently and then you have to share it. And a lot of people do say that that's a challenge, especially if it's like your friends or family that's trying to help, because that can be a real big challenge if it's family and friends.
Yeah, like that's where I am right now. Like I'm
Okay.
used to doing it by myself and now I have help and I'm like, I want y'all to help, but I don't know how y'all gonna
I
help
do.
when I'm doing it already by myself.
I gotcha.
So like, yeah, I'm having to force myself to give stuff to them, to delegate and tell them what I need.
Okay. Well, nothing wrong with it. And Mickey, Money, you got any other questions before we go into trivia?
Honestly, no. I think we covered a lot here, and Dare was really good at kind of getting her points across, and so yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Well, we have two trivia questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, so mine is, what would a world populated by clones of you be like?
Lord. Emotional, yet always working and trying to do stuff. I would not want that at all.
Oh, wow. Emotional, trying to do things,
Emotional workaholic.
or emotional workaholic. That's what the world would look like if we had
Yeah.
clones of you. I
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
So I would be working through my feelings and crying and doing stuff.
Well, I don't think that's too bad because a lot of people need to show emotions. That's what's where I think that's something that people should add. I don't think a lot of people know how to show their emotions.
That's
I don't think
true.
that'd be
Yeah.
bad.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mickey Monday, what's yours? What's your question?
Okay. My trivia question is, what's something that you pretend to hate, but you actually love? Like something that you probably wouldn't admit to enjoying, but you enjoy it.
That's like a really hard question. I mean, could it be like food?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Okay. So like I pretend to hate these cupcakes that we get every week in my house. But I eat them every week. Because every time they ask me if I want one, I'd be like, no, I don't eat that. And then I'll go and get one.
Just sneak it when
And
no
they'd be
one's
like, well, what
watching.
happened to the cupcake? I'd be like, I have no idea. Like that's not for me. It's not something I eat.
Oh, you be sneaking the cupcakes upstairs and they be looking at them like, what happened to the cup? I
Yeah,
don't know.
like yeah, I don't eat chocolate cupcakes. That's how I mean. Yeah. So it would be that.
Okay. I mean,
Right.
every now and again, you gotta treat yourself.
Yeah. Definitely. But before we get off, can you tell everybody where they can follow you at?
Okay, you guys can follow me on Derra Howard on Instagram, and also SG Epilepsy FDN. That's Saving Grace Epilepsy Foundation on Instagram as well. Oh, and y'all, I forgot to just plug in my event this weekend too. My bad. So it's 1 mile for epilepsy. We're running 1 mile for epilepsy for the people who are suffering for it. So they can actually sign up on my Instagram bio or on Saving Grace's Instagram bio as well. I don't know why I did that, but it's fine.
It's perfect time.
And what's your website to your boutique?
Line by Day, DAYE.com. And it's also, it's also in my link in bio as well, I want to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you for interviewing with us today. We sure appreciate it. We enjoyed you, and continue grinding. We can't wait for you to get into the entertainment world side of it so you can write some stuff. We'll be looking forward to that also.
And thank you guys so much for interviewing me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. And then I want to personally thank you for coming on here and being a part of this experience. Also, looking forward to seeing you maybe on the runway, or, see you a little more on screen. So when you get those opportunities, just go ahead and snag them for us. And then congratulations to everything that, you have been doing and will continue to do. So good luck to everything that you have going on, and your event too. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Well, have a happy Tuesday. Be blessed.
Y'all too.
Thank you too.
Bye.
1, 2, 3.